Bro, like healing is painful. It's I don't know, man. My entire view on upon trauma it's changed, right? Because like right now, like at first I was in the intellectual phase, right, when you're learning about all these trauma things, and I must say like it's hard because the thing is when you're just continuously reading all those books and you know all the facts about trauma, bro, you can't really get stuck in the victimization phase, and that was really a phase that I was in, and I'm still like it's never like a absolute state. It's like you will swing from victimhood to like, okay, I'm able to do this, I need to challenge myself, things like that. But when I was reading all the books about trauma, like really good books that at the end of the day I think they might have helped me, but they give you intellectual knowledge, but to heal from trauma you really need the emotional maturity, and that's really the thing. And so I was reading all those good books like from very good authors like Dr. Gabor Mate, which to this day like is still like one of my the best authors that I've read about trauma. Bessel van der Kolk's his The Body Keeps the Score, and multiple books, right? Lectures, courses, and it you get you get like now you like now you will come to a point that you have so much intellectual knowledge about the trauma that you only will be more miserable. Why? Because you lack the emotional maturity to learn from the trauma and step out of the trauma and to heal. Like it's not that like you can't really step out of trauma. You can only heal from trauma. So I had to rephrase that. But all of a sudden I had all the knowledge, and a dude that I met right in Georgia, like he told me like, bro, you're waiting for answers, and eventually, because now you have read all these books and you still search for answers, now you already know you know like the reason for your suffering. So I read all those Dr. Gabor Mate's books. I had all that intellectual knowledge. So now when I had those trauma episodes and all these anxiety attacks type of things, bro, I knew what triggered it, things like that, and I was too hyper aware of it, and now I was just more miserable. And that's a fucked up place because like now here I'm really noticing, bro, emotional maturity is the only thing that that you need. You don't really need the intellectual knowledge because it might even make your life harder. For me, like I'm always the science dude, right? I'm the science dude. I want to know why and how. So I benefited from it, but it made it harder though. Like I've said, all of a sudden you're aware and aware of the reason of your suffering and the reason of your pain, things like that. But yeah, like that was the realest thing I've heard. Like you're searching for answers, and in a way, I was reading those books from Dr. Gabor Mate. Like, okay, I need to know everything that happened to me, and I need to revisit all those memories to get the answers from the past. But bro, like you won't get them. You won't get them, and the hardest thing about trauma is like the only reason to heal from it is like to decide for yourself, okay, I'm gonna start living. That's the only way out of it. And bro, like it's a phase, right? I'm still in the phase. Like I'm definitely not out of the woods, right? But you get those. I was always like very numb, and that really irritated me. Like I could look at girls, and intellectually I knew she was a beautiful girl, but I couldn't feel it. And same with like I could laugh, but I wasn't happy. I could basically do whatever, but I wasn't feeling anything. Only when I really like felt alive was when I was angry, things like that. In those states, I was really like I was just living in a, I don't know, in like a, yeah, like in a really like a trauma episode, in a traumatic experience, something like that, something from the past. And I don't even think I won't really get to all the science anymore because I've done that. Like I've done that on my, even if you look at my older videos, it's all about the reason whys. And bro, like I was reading all those books, And all of a sudden it was like, where does it end? Because when you read those books, then it's really like, oh yeah, it's really not weird that I'm feeling these things. And that's kind of good, but at the same time it's also like keeping you down from healing through it, because like you're gonna, what's the right word, you're gonna justify your victimhood. You'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm really like kind of supposed to be a victim. And I always had like these discussions with people, like, and it's kind of true, but at the same time not, because I was always having these discussions with people like, nah bro, when you're really going through trauma you can do anything. And it's kind of true, but nobody cares. And if you will continue to believe that, bro, I think that's really the reason why a lot of people are suffering, because they haven't made the real choice to live. And that's a hard one, bro. That's a hard one, because now you need to go through everything, and you can't go back and be like, oh yeah, now I'm a victim, now I'm gonna do this tomorrow. But right now I'm in Curacao on my own. It's an entire new experience. I had to do everything on my own. Things like small things that I'm like kind of ashamed of saying, but like over here, like going to the barber, it was like still like because I don't speak the language and everything was just so foreign for me. Like I was just sitting in the barber shop, and my entire body was shaking. Now I was aware like, nah, what if people see me and they things like that. But bro, that's the only thing that will make you heal, is do those things and don't judge yourself. Just go through it and accept yourself through everything that will arise in your mind, and everything that will arise in the situation. Like everything that happens that moment is just you, and you need to accept it, and you need to go through that. And that's hard, bro. Today I woke up and I was trying to do some things, but then I was just like, nah, I don't want to do it. Just the anxiety took over. And yeah, it's hard, bro, but it won't get better. Like it won't get better. Like that's why I also made like a choice to, I haven't brought any books with me, even though I'm staying here for 2 months. Right now I will be here for a good month. I'm already like almost a month down here. So, but I was here for, I will be here for 2 months. So I haven't brought any books with me, any. And normally I'm always reading, always reading. But I was just like, nah, this is not the phase for reading now. I need to really like take action, and through that really like reclaim my masculinity, reclaim like who I am and who I was really supposed to be, and not the person that you were like basically molded through the trauma. Because once you really focus on the trauma, bro, it will feel like that you have 100 insecurities, but you really don't. All you need to do is heal, and all of a sudden you realize that it get less and less. And I don't know, like I'm kind of starting to believe right now. I could never see it. I could never believe it, that maybe like if I will continue to go down this line, maybe like in 6 months I'll be an entirely different person. 6 months, a year, something like that. Entirely different person. And I'm not saying that the struggle will stop, because that will never stop. That's life. But like the entire like the entire like traumatic reliving thing and shit, that might really be over. And I'm starting to see that slowly but surely. Slowly but surely I'm starting to like feel alive again. I'm starting to make friends, talk to girls, things like that, alright? And yeah, like, but yeah, to really get down to the point, like, you won't get the answers, bro. You won't get the answers until you just make the choice that you will start living. That's really the thing. Like, you won't get none of the answers. You won't get them until you start living, and all the things in your mind, because in your mind you know the things that you want, right? but you're still waiting for answers, and that's why you're not doing them, because your current mind is too anxious. Too, it won't get better. It really won't. And I kind of hate to say it, because that means that I also need to go through a lot of pain, a lot of pain. But it really is the only thing. And I always, you already know that, but like I said, we lack the emotional maturity to know that, because what do all the people say, bro? All the successful people, they will always tell you, like, if it's not today, bro, tomorrow neither. And that's, bro, it's really true when it comes to healing trauma, bro. Like you either start living, or you will continue to relive. And what you relive is the past, is the things you don't want to relive, but you kind of want to relive them, because you never really made the choice to start living, right? And that's really, like, if you really look at it, that's really the thing. And like I've said, it's all true. Like, yes, you're traumatized. Yes, all those things. It happened to you, and it's a reason why you're so anxious. It's a reason why you're this and that. But, bro, you won't never get out of it until you start to get out of it. I think with that, I'm just gonna end the video, because, like, it's not really a lot to say. It's also, like, things that I need to be doing right now, and that's really your purpose for right now. That's really your purpose for right now. Just, bro, get out of your comfort zone. And the best thing, like, I've seen it, the best thing is true, really, like, because, like, at home you can get out of your comfort zone, but eventually you will return back to your comfort zone, right? Because let's say you're at home and you're gonna do something that brings you out of your comfort zone. It will only be probably for a couple hours. But if you move from your house, like, your comfort zone doesn't even exist anymore over there, because, like, everything is new, everything is uncomfortable. Like I've said, now going to the store, to the barber, to going to I don't even know where, like, riding in my car, everything is out of your comfort zone, everything. So, bro, that's really the only way. That's really the only way, I guess. Not even I guess, I know it. I've seen it in these, bro. Like, I've changed in this month, only a month. I've changed a lot. The first day when I came here, bro, it was like, yeah, but yeah, like, something very cliche again. Get out of your comfort zone and really get out of it. Like, I would say, destroy your comfort zone. Move out of the country if you have the resources. Right? If you have the resources, move out the country. Yeah, bro, really move out of your comfort zone. I'm out.